So, you guys are gonna call me stupid for this, and I'm sorry. Anyway, I matched with this girl on Tinder like 5 years ago, and she wants to meet and to give me a BJ. And me, being a hot trend age boy, I was like, fuck yeah. So she wants to meet me at this park, and I go. And this is like 9 p.m., so it's dark out. So anyway, I'm sitting on this bench, and she tells me to go into the little playhouse. And me, being the stupid, I go in. She comes around, but her face is covered and all, and I didn't think that much of it. But I noticed when she said something. The voice sounds different, like a man, and I begin to freak out and start thinking, fuck. So I told her I have to go pee real quick. And when I go out to the playhouse, she stays sitting inside, her face still covered. I looked through the window and said, "Yeah, I'm sorry, but you sound like a guy, bro." And this person just turns to me and say, "Oh, bye-bye then." And the way he or she said it seemed like I was about to die, and immediately all these chills went down my spine, and my first thought was, fuck, I'm going to die. And as soon as he or she says that, I start sprinting as fast as I can and got to my car. He or she didn't follow me at all, but I still got into my car and drive off. I have never ever met with anyone from Tinder since then because I was just terrified, and I definitely learned my lessons. I hope I never meet that person again. This isn't my story, but my sister told me about this. It happened to somebody my sister friend knows. Let's call the person Sarah. This happened to Sarah. Sarah matched with a guy on Tinder, and we will call him Jake. Sarah and Jake went on a date, and it went pretty well. So after the date, Jake asked Sarah if she wanted to go into one another. She said she would be happy to go on a second date, but she would be house sitting all week. He told Sarah they would find another time. Sarah went back to the house she was house sitting and went to bed. She woke up in the middle of the night after hearing noises in the basement, and she got scared. So she called her mom. Her mom told her to call the police if she was concerned. Sarah told her mom that she would probably be fine and went to bed. The next night, she heard the same noise coming from the basement and called her mom again. This time, her mom insisted that she call the police, so she did. The police showed up to the house and went down to the basement. They found Jake in the basement, nailing tarps to the walls next to a bunch of knives. The police asked him what he was doing, and he said it like it was normal. "I was going to kill her." I'm not sure what happened to him after that, but hopefully he's in prison. So creepy Tinder guy who was going to kill his date, let's not meet. When I was 18, I was working two jobs, both at diners. One was in a downtown area in a Colorado town, and the other one is right next to the highway. This night, I was working at the one next to the highway. Both diners were in fairly quiet towns that, after 9 p.m., were practically empty as people were home. It was summertime, so I was walking to the bus stop at about 10 p.m., and the bus stop was only about 2 blocks away from the diner. I get to the bus stop, and it is late, but everything around it is dark. I had walked the 5 minutes in the darkness, more scared of bears than the thought of people, when I really should have been more scared of people. I sat down on the bench and know my bus will be there in about 15 to 20 minutes, so I'm reading but keeping an eye on my surroundings. Two men walk up to the stop and sit 2 benches down from me. They start talking loudly about how pretty I am and how I shouldn't be alone. They're homeless, and typically in this town, people are calm, and almost everyone knows everyone, so I just ignored it, knowing the bus would be there soon. But then, they start talking about how I owe them something for being so pretty, and one says, "If you don't look at us, I'll drag you to the bushes, bitch." They started to move to the bench next to me, so I called my parents' house and asked for my dad. My brother tells me to shut up and just ride the bus because I can't explain what's happening in front of the men, as I know that I lead to them, immediately attacking me. He hung up and I called my dad, and at this point, I decided to walk away from the bus stop, book it across the road, and run away from the stop. The men tried to follow, but with me being on the phone and talking to someone, they stopped. I told my dad what was happening and he called the police. And he met me at the store down the road. I was young and dumb and didn't make a report because I didn't get a good look at the man and felt guilty for some reason. I should have made a report because those men ended up raping two other women at the bus stop over the next few nights. My incident was included in their sentencing, and they were sentenced to prison. I don't remember for how long, but they got justice. My dad picked me up from work every day after that, despite me stupidly saying I was still gonna ride the bus. I will always thank God I had the sense to call someone and not just try to run. Always be on the phone or pretend to be if you feel unsafe because most of the time, it will help you get out of there safely.